Good morning, my name is Badger, and this is Achievementville. Now, I have to say, I'm very sorry, and what you're watching right now is sped up footage from, well, I should have gone to bed, really. I did say in the episode before I was feeling very tired, and, but this game is just very addictive, and what I'm doing is I've played the footage back, and it's just very not focused. I seem to go all over the place, so at the moment, I am trying to put in the new industry lines for the cargo, and I had this cargo idea, but as you see later on, that doesn't really work, and then as you see, I kind of get distracted by things. But the actual putting in a dirt path to put train tracks, as you can see, is an absolutely genius idea. So I then have an idea to put a little industry area in the section that we're seeing now, and I've just put it on 4 speed just because it was like an hour and a half long, and if you put it on 4 speed it turns it into 20 minutes. So we created like a little roundabout here for that industry zone, and then we wanted something kind of gritty but not gritty, as you'll see. So it looks, I was actually really pleased about how it like turned out in the end. Yeah, I'm very sorry guys, this is going to be the last where I do like unfocused content like this. Just everything's going to be much quicker, shorter episodes. I was really proud of that industry and really proud of the town, how that came out. If you haven't seen how that started, that's in the little card on your screen now. So yeah, we got this little bypass road. It's just for the industry. Basically in there we build like a little lay-by so that cars can come into this area and out very easily. Then we're going to put some CAFs, because you often see like biker CAFs and things like that of that nature and those kind of lay-bys. But also I don't think it's connected. I think that's something that I discussed. And yeah, randomly I'm just putting in parks very quickly everywhere. And also the main point is like I'm ignoring like death care, and there's not one single bit of public transport in this city. It's not a bus, there's no trams, it's not even a train. There's lots of cargo trains now, or will be, but like there's not one single public transport. And here we go, finally connecting the end of the road to this dual carriageway. And I actually decided that it's going to carry on, and it's going to go into this farm area in the top left hand corner. So yeah, we're going to connect it up. We just do a British kind of diamond, and just a very, it's going to be a very low yield road, so it doesn't need to be anything too fancy. Yep, missed that one. That has to go back in. So actually, I like that. It does need a bit more development, maybe development on the bypass kind of way. We then get distracted by this 22,000 achievement, and arrogantly I think to myself that you could just put houses next to industry and people would just always take their cars, but it's not really the case. And what you'll see later on is that all the industry sections like fail. They completely fail because no one can get there. Like you see, look, no workers available. See that? This is me checking the industry zones, being like, not being really sure about it, and just ignoring the fact that there's a city here with 22,000 pops and not one bus. Yeah, so instead we decide to expand outwards and connect this up. Now I quite actually really like this. This is actually really nice, like, way that it was connected. So this was good. And so in here we decided to put a little cargo area for this little industry area, which doesn't really make any sense. And also what happens when you put a cargo area in is that all your industrial traffic tries to head that way and goes there. So that's also another problem that I forgot actually happens when you put one of these in, because that's the main way that cargo now gets out. So yeah, in go the cargo stations. I actually did like the look of this like arrangement. I did want to pull the tracks up in and then back out onto the two lines there, but ended up just doing like two little U's because, you know, we haven't expanded downwards. Yeah, you see I'm trying to connect it back up, but then in the end I decided it's just too messy to try and do that. But it did work kind of well. It wasn't really cost effective in the end because it wasn't really used, as you'll see. And yes, I just let the end of the tracks hang over the road there. But it did turn out a really good area. So one way in, one way out. There you go, we started adding more industry just to fill up the squares. And really what I'm thinking is bringing the post office, that post office you just saw in the background flash up, bring that over here so all the post office trucks use this and then they come out here and they all come into this section. As you can see, the main user of that will be the post trucks and that small industrial zone. But it doesn't make sense having two cargo transport trains coming in and out of there. But I mean, I'm still 50-50 about it because I do like the look of where it is, and when the city does expand it would be nice to have that there. And then I realised that, well, the tracks are only going one way, so... Oh yeah, we're going to follow the train now. So yeah, it goes out. And that's when I realised they only go left. None of them go right. So I'm like, oh okay, right, we'll have to build one of the tracks at least going left. This is when we decide, you know, ignore all the other problems in the city and we'll just concentrate on the trains. And, you know, just decide that everything else is wrong. And there, boom. So now we're putting in a train to go right, which is also going to go over. Don't like that. I'll need to come fix that. That's a bit of a slope. Oh, and I also just no. I had a bit of a debate whether I should make one of these like all in or all out, and I was like, no, we'll put it all back. And we'll just make the end of it that way. Genius. Quite happy with how the train tracks turned out and looked. And then this is very good because they get straight on the motorway and they're straight off to wherever they need to be, and everyone, it's a very good like position point for it, which is why I'm kind of hesitant to keep it. Oh, so yes, so now we are trying to focus on the 10,000 like industry, but we're failing to forget that everyone needs like public transport to get there. So then we build the most grittiest grid of farm grids there's ever gridded a farm. And just to try and maximize it. And as you see, I try and think like, oh, as long as I put like residential next to it, it'll be fine. And no. So yeah, more grids going in. Because we're trying to also get the farming speciality as well, that achievement. So make all those farms, make all those farms. There's not even a great demand for industry at the moment. And then we decide to plumb in the whole area, which is what I do. I like doing that. It's nice and efficient that way. So then we bring the dual carriageway in, bring it into a roundabout, and then we separate it off so we can go like left, centre or right, off into the farmyards. So yeah, this is when I start building a little village, and we desperately tried to get away from the grid system. So another giant roundabout in the middle of a tiny village makes perfect sense. This is why you should never play Skylines tired, because you just come up with the weirdest ideas. Although, quite liking the... But I did make the roundabout smaller, good. Then we covered it in houses, obviously, a few shops, because that's how like a little small town would be. We'd just have like a newsagents. And look, you can already see the businesses. Look, there's tons of industry just falling by the wayside because we just don't have enough people. There we go, we start putting in services for these people to try and encourage them to come in. Okay, we do address a little bit of death care, but there's going to be a massive death wave. Like I've seen the chart. Because we expanded too fast, there's going to be a massive death wave, but this will also help us unlock that achievement where it says, like, you know, fill up 7 graveyards or something dark. But once again, I am sorry about this, and I am homing in my craft, so I really hope you can forgive me, and just, you know, we're going to make these better, sharper, shorter episodes, instead of, like, I didn't even want to bother editing this. It was so bad. I was so tired. I was like, and this, moving on. Ooh, like moving like through the things. It was just so bad. So I just moved on and just, oh my god, look at the background. There's a massive death wave going on. You can see this, and I am just like, yeah, we need to concentrate on industry and everything, and we're going to get that achievement. And the city, the city is actually dying. Oh god. Oh my life. And because I haven't got auto destroy mod on, that's going to be a lot of houses to demolish by hand and go through, which I'll do off camera to save you the joy of watching me delete all these things. Yeah, and then I decide to revamp this like road. Because it wasn't really working. Yeah, the thing with mods is that you could easily build a road like that and just have, you know, only left turn, make it like an actual dual carriageway you find in the UK, where only the left side can go left and the right side can go on the right side exits, if that makes any sense. So people coming down the bridge could only turn left, but people coming up the bridge could only turn their left, if that makes any sense. But yeah, we made that into a one-way system. Strangely, you're going to have to come back and redevelop that if it doesn't look like it's going to work too efficiently. Put another power station down. That made me very happy because we need to get that to get the tax office. But yeah, I think this is the point where I start wondering, why is everything dying? And I haven't touched the main reason, or the main point of this game, which was like transportation. Very sorry guys, rushed. I was trying to achieve a big macro achievement and just forgot about the micro. I've even put in bicycle paths there. It's the wrong road. I'm quite liking that area, it's quite nice. Oh yeah, then I decide like, oh, you know, what does a dying industry need? Industry transport? Now this actually proves a point in a second about these cargo stations and why you have to be so careful of them. I think when I next use them in another playthrough, I'm going to put them on the outside of town right next to a motorway junction. Because as you see, when that starts up, it's fine for this area, but then what we notice is the farm fields in the middle of this town, on the other side, start coming over and start jamming up everything. So we put a bypass lane in just to try and... Although that's looking like a mishmash network of trains, but it starts working. Bit of a jam there, but that's fine. So let me just start expanding with more industry. Just more and more industry. We put a small little commercial centre in here, which I quite like. Looks quite nice as a design. Need to take off the shops on the roundabout, though. Yeah, I'm going to say, look, we've got to get to 20,000 commercial zone, and that. Still, that's a macro thing. We're still forgetting about the micro. There's still not one bit of public transport. For some reason, obsessed with parks. I think because there's a park achievement. More grid farms. Oh yeah, no, this is actually a really good idea to try and blend in the farms into the thing and like have a. That's what this little triangle down the bottom. That is what you would find out in the countryside as a little triangle roundabout type things, like that kind of junction. Again, as you can see, the traffic is just a nightmare, so we're going to have to try and fix that. Maybe around a bridge? I'm not sure. Yeah, so then I'm still heavily focused on trying to get 5,000 farming speciality, so naturally, just ignore all the other problems in the city, just carry on blindly, making another grid farm. Oh, I'd never play this game tired, ever. That is the big takeaway from this, guys. Never play tired. You end up with bad audio, like descriptions, and yeah, oh god, that just looks horrible. Okay, actually, doesn't look too bad. So yeah, what we're going to be doing in the next one is just concentrating on public transport and death care, and oh yeah, then I unlocked another tile without thinking about it or planning it or doing anything like that. Because yeah, we still, you see, it's like all the industry from the middle bit yellow starts coming down to use this cargo bay. So you can see this because we put that road there, and then they all start shooting down the road to come use it. So all the, like, from the top to the bottom starts using this one. Like, everything starts using it. So then we decide to make a cargo station out here. Where really we should put a cargo station on the left bit over there for random traffic to use, so they don't have to come anywhere into the city. So where these pipes are now, that's roughly where we should put a cargo station. So that random trucks don't even need to enter the city, they can just come in, use the thing. We'll put a toll booth on it, so if you want to use it to go, then you can save, I don't know, 50 quid on fuel getting into the city, but you have to pay, I don't know, £4 to get in. And instead of having all that traffic clog up this little farmyard, they'll go to the other one. Oh, then we put another bridge in as a bypass, a train bypass bridge. And none of these bridges are level. Oh god, I hate all of them. I hate them so bad. Oh, okay. This is the worst train network I think I've ever seen. No. Tired badger, no. Absolutely no. Just go to bed. Yeah, there you go. Save game and we're off. That's it. That's the end of it. And I am so sorry about that. And just, So there was so much wrong there. We just kept opening tiles. We just kept waffling all over the place and just going willy-nilly. Weren't addressing the real problems in the city. And yeah, sorry about that. That's absolutely my bad. This will never happen again. And a tired badger is going to bed as soon as he feels like he's tired. Right. Goodbye, guys. Have a good day. Once again, sorry, deep apologies. Please stick with me while I am homing in on my craft and getting better every day. Hopefully. Right. Bye. How do I stop recording? Ah, there. Stop recording. I hope you enjoyed that, and remember to like, subscribe, and maybe even hit that bell notification button so you don't miss out on the next episode. Oh, we still got some seconds. Why not give me some feedback in the comments below? It would be greatly appreciated. And bonus, you can find me on your favourite social media platform. Links are in the description below. Until next time, have a lovely day.